So now let's talk about print and delivery. So print and delivery is a module within the usability package. You need to have the usability package to run print and delivery. So just you might be asking, how many licenses do I need for a usability package? Do I have to have one-to-one to the SAP users? No, you don't. But it kind of defeats the purpose. I always say to my customers, you know what? Every SAP user should have a usability package license, because if you do a validation or whatsoever, it wouldn't affect a person that doesn't have a license, okay? But with print and delivery, they have different license because you can automate everything, so you can buy less license, okay? Because hopefully you will use the scheduler and you automate your emailing, your printing, so nobody has to click on the print button anymore or on the email button. So what can you do with print and delivery? So if I'm going, first of all, actually let me go into SAP. I'm going to go really quick, administration, add-on. My add-on is the usability package. But within the usability package, I have print and delivery. And here's the MailChimp we talked about. So that's an integration. If you need more information, let me know. Where you can upload your, as I mentioned earlier, your contacts to your MailChimp mailing list, and you are able to get some statistics report from SAP if the contact opened the email, if it bounced back, if they unsubscribed, and so on. But here is print and delivery. We give you crystal reports. If you do not have crystal reports up running yet, I'm sure you do. We have crystal reports available for you, but absolutely you can use your own crystal reports. You put the logic into the system, what you want print and delivery to do. Like I said, you can do multiple things. Hey, if I send a sales order that's more than $10,000, I wanted to create an activity for me to follow up. Yes, you can do that because you configured and it will see that you said you have a condition in there and the system will do it for you. Okay? So you set up your report actions and so on. What's also very nice, and I like to mention it because a lot of customers like that. Imagine I'm your customer and I want a totally different rule. I want a different form. For example, I want on my invoice this and this and that, and nobody else wants all that on there. So you can do report selection and say, oh, if it's Rosie, that customer or this customer group, I have a different process for them or a different form for them. Okay, so that's print and delivery. You also can, of course, actually I should have shown you the scheduler, but let me go in here. You can do a mass delivery with print and delivery, so you can go in here. So I'm going to take all my sales orders, I'm going to preview it and send them out. Those are all my new sales orders. They have not been sent with print and delivery, and you can do a mass delivery. Okay. You can always say include documents already printed, handled by print and delivery. Okay, so you can do a mass delivery. If I go pull up my Outlook, this is what an email can look like. So this is, for example, an email I'm using for all my documents. I'm using it for orders, I'm using it for invoicing. On the AP side, it's designed like this, and it tells me in the subject what document it is, what's the number, and the customer name. You decide what you want to say on the subject. And the same, on this the attachment, I'm actually putting the same information in there. I wanted to know what it is. I wanted to put the number and the customer name. Okay, and this is my email body. Attached is your sales order. Okay. It, of course, reads languages. This one is in German. Again, it's the same email, and it just says instead of sales order, it says Kundenauftrag. Okay, here is a quote. Actually, I'm going to come back to this one. There's a sales order again. So I have a logic in there. And I say, actually, if it's a new customer, I should actually show you really quick. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go to SAP. On my sales quote, I have a logic. I'm going to show you this one really quick. I'm going to go in here and I'm gonna go to report action. So all this can be an action. You can also trigger and post to Microsoft Teams or Slack. Okay, you can do multiple things, and we're gonna look at this, and I'm gonna have a conditional action, and it's a new lead. So I'm telling print and delivery, if it's the first time I'm sending a quote to this customer, I want a different email to be sent out. If it's an existing customer, I'm always sending the same email. That's exactly what you see here. But if it's a new customer, what do? I am going to do multiple things. First of all, I'm going to send a different email. I want to welcome you as a partner, blah, 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 blah. And I'm attaching 2 additional attachments. That's the beauty of it. You can add additional attachments too. And then I'm going to create that activity. And then I'm going to also send an internal message to somebody. It's a new customer. So I'm doing multiple things. And you have it configured like this, so the system will do it for you. So let's go into a quote. I'm going to run it really quick for you so you see it. So I'm going into my quote, and I'm going to choose a customer. I know I have a bunch of quotes in there. And you see right here, I'm going to email this. And it's going to go out. That's it. No box comes up, nothing. It just emails it. If I go to my draft emails, it's going to be here. Okay? This is the one I just sent. Now I'm going to say I have a new customer. It's the first quote for this customer. And oops, actually I have one in the system. Let me go to find mode. Oops. My little star here. Let me go to find mode. And I'm going to put this. And I do have a customer. I think it's actually called Boyum. This has only one quote. And I'm going to email this. So what is the system going to do now? It should pick up the other email because it's a new customer. There we go. Here it is. It's a sales quote. I sent 2 quotes. One was an existing customer. The other one looked at my condition and says, we want to welcome you. I have 2 additional attachments, and you saw the beep, heard the beep already. I have a new customer because I sent an internal message. And if I go to my activities, I have an activity now in 3 days. There we go, on August 30th. And I link the document, I attach the document, and so on. So put in the logic. I'm going to show you another example really quick with print and delivery. Is this one. Everybody wants that. Every customer wants that. This one. You send the customer an email with the list of open invoices. Okay? And then what usually happens, and I have not had one customer that said, no, it never happens to them. When you send out an account balance or a statement to your customers, the first thing they do is call you or email you and say, oh, I didn't pay this invoice yet because I don't have a copy of it. Right? Then you have to pull the invoice and send it again, and so on. This configuration you send out with the list of open invoices, and guess what? You attach one PDF, it's on the other screen. You attach one PDF with those invoices. Isn't that cool? So you will not get this phone call and you will not get an email because you have all those invoices, they're open, attached. Great, great configuration. And it will, again, save you time and money. This is a perfect one to schedule once a month, okay? And then right after, we have our own statement with print and delivery. This is our statement. I really like the look and feel. You send this right after. It's the statement. It's a German customer again. And it tells the customer everything that's in red is overdue, what's green is not due yet. Okay? And where do you set this up on the scheduler? Really quick is right here. I could go on and on. Is print and delivery. Here's your scheduler. So you have the options right here. All those come out of the box. You can create your own rules, your own mass delivery. Okay, like this is the do that reminder. That's exactly the one I just showed you with having one PDF attached with all the invoices. So you say, hey, I'm gonna send this monthly. Okay, I'm gonna send it at 7 o'clock in the morning on the 25th of each month. So I collect money before the month is over. Okay, so this is where you can automate that. You don't have to touch it anymore because the system will do it for you. If you have maybe a website and you keep importing sales orders from the web store, okay, I've seen it. Then you say, okay, I'm gonna trigger all the sales order every hour, and print and delivery will pick up the new sales orders and sends it to the customer. Okay, so I could go on and on, but great tool, automation, saving time and money. Okay, so those were a couple examples. Put in your own logic, put a rule in there. When do you want to send something? When do you want to touch something? A lot of times I get the question, if I have an invoice or a sales order and I have something on the attachments right here on the sales order, can I configure it that it automatically will be included as an attachment on my email? Yes, you can do that. Okay? So that was print and delivery. So we saw the usability package and print and delivery, and now we are going to move to the next solution.